Hi, Frank King. I am a professional speaker and comedian and a member of the Emerald City Business Builders BNI. And the leadership asked me to do a short video testimonial as to why I joined BNI. Well, I am a big fan of networking. I have a keynote, a networking keynote. It's called Life is a Contact Sport, Down, Ready, Set, Connect. My wife will tell you that I collect people and I connect people. I think in a previous life I was a fixer for the mob, because I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Nothing makes me happier than hooking up somebody who needs something with somebody who's got it. B and I share a number of philosophy. Number one, B&I says givers gain. I believe that's true. I believe you give value first. When you go to a networking meeting, you're not there to find out what those people can do for you, but what you can do for them. That's givers gain. That's giving value first without expectation of return. You know, Zig Ziglar said it best, I think. Help enough people get what they want, chances are you'll get what you want. And I firmly believe that. And again, nothing makes me happier than connecting somebody with finding out what somebody needs, connecting them with somebody who's got it and willing to share it. Also, Jeffrey Gitomer, marketing guru, said, all things being equal, people tend to buy or do business with other people they know, like, or trust. He also said, all things being unequal, people buy from or do business with other people they know, like, or trust. How about that? And that's what BNI is all about. You join the group, you go to the meetings, you go and you do your one-to-ones, which is you set an appointment to have coffee or a beer or a meal or nothing, ingest nothing, I guess, but get to know the other person. It's not a sales call. You do a half an hour talking about you and your business and your family or whatever. They do a half an hour. Somewhere in there, they're liable to ask you, hey, what's an ideal referral for you? Tell me about the last 4 or 5 people that bought from you or used your service. You do the same. That way you know what a good referral for them would be and they for you. That's the one-to-one. You join a power team. For example, a realtor, a banker, and maybe a title insurance person form a power team because they can refer within that power team. You take advantage of the educational opportunities. I'm a great networker, he said modestly, naturally. I learned it from my mother. I didn't know networking was a separate thing, a separate skill, something you had to learn until I saw my first book on it. So I'm a good networker from the get-go, but you can teach an old dog new tricks, and I am slowly but surely perfecting my networking style, taking advantage of all the wonderful educational opportunities provided by BNI. So and get this, I had a job selling radio here for the last 6 months. I'll probably have another one here shortly after I get back from working a couple of cruises. There were five people in the sales farm cube there, and we were all required to make X number of hours worth of phone calls every week. Well, those other 4, none of them networkers, none of them belonged to anything outside the company. We're all making cold calls. I never made a cold call, not once. No, I called my friends in my BNI chapter, or soon-to-be friends in other BNI chapters, and I didn't try to sell them over the phone like all the other salespeople, the other 4 salespeople were doing. All I had to sell them on was, let's have a cup of coffee and shoot the breeze and get to know one another and, find out how we can best refer one another. And I probably set twice as many appointments as they did, because, cold calling, it's interruption marketing. It's old school. I wish I could open their heads and pour in the idea that if they joined a BNI chapter, it would get a lot easier. So there you go. So I hope that answers the question, why join BNI? You should join my chapter, because they'll tell you about me and our chapter, because I'm in it. Come for the meeting, stay for the show. Never disappointed. So the question, I believe, is not why BNI. It really is, why not BNI? And your next BNI meeting starts when? Right now.